we are coming to analyze gold for next week, what market will be doing on gold. That's our forecast, or that's our analysis here. So we can all see this is from the weekly chart. So from the weekly chart, base this a demand, right? This a demand. We could see that gold is on a very bullish momentum since the starting of gold. You understand? So this the weekly time frame. So we have a demand around this zone. So after the demand, you could see market have not tested the medium risk takers. It has not tested them. Normally on weekly the demand is very high. So even when it touch this, the head of this, let's say for example, markets from this, the high risk takers could have gotten all this move above. Though on the weekly time frame, large pending orders are here. So it means that even when I bring my demand on this base, market can come and test it, then I'll still go for what? For longs around this one. So when market tests here, I can either look for what? Longs. Okay, so this on the weekly. So imagine when we market reach here, you know that it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of time. You understand? So as a day trader, we normally trade days, so we can move. So from here to, you could see that market was very choppy here, coming, going. The market made a final sell. The market made a very bullish imbalance around this zone. So around there, you could get the final sell here. So this was the final sell before that very bullish movement here to here. So these are the zones I'll be looking for. What? Buys, large institutional buys. So when I come on the daily time frame too, I can just come and refine them. When I refine this one, I'm getting it around this zone. Yeah. Okay, so now currently this is where market is. So on the daily time frame too, I can get some of my demands around here or around this zone. This is my zones here. Yeah, but what I'm seeing, what I'm anticipating is that market has already tested this demand. So there was a demand around here. So before market came, the market tested, the market went. You understand? So I'm anticipating when market comes here, you see, I don't expect market to hold, this market to hold. Rather, I'll go for this demand on the daily time frame around this buys. You understand? Okay, so this one I'm going to remove this one because I'm seeing market has already tested that zone. So we could see that market is on a very bullish momentum. Alright, so on the 4 hour, we can zoom into the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, we could see that this market is going the higher low, then the higher high. So we have a break of structure here. We have a break of this high. After the break of this high, we could see that there is a base around this zone. Yeah, so we have a rally. So this base, yeah, after the break of structure, there was a base here. Alright, so this base is what I'll be expecting market to come and test on the 4 hour, the market to form a new high. Yes, so from here to, you could see that market has already tested the first demand, which is this one. So there was a demand on top of the other demand. So market came to test that demand, the market went high. You understand? So this is my anticipation. Now this others have already been taken there, so I won't be looking for more buys. So I'll just be waiting for market to come here to look for more buys on gold. So when I move to the 15 minutes to check that same zone, we could see that on the 15 minutes, you could see that market is on a very bearish momentum. Market coming down here. Okay, so market coming down, you could see that market was dropping. Then after that, you could see that from this high, market has already taken the high. So market is on a very bullish momentum because market has changed what there's a break of structure to the upside, which means that market is on a bullish trend now. So what you do is either wait for what you can either wait for what a test around here, or you can wait for this demand on the 15-minute, which is here. There's a demand around this zone where market is currently here. This is a very perfect demand, so we're expecting either some buys around this zone. So this zone is a demand, this zone is a demand. So around all this side, you could see that there was no imbalance. All this zone, there was no imbalance. So either market can come here, can come and test this zone, or market can just try this to go up. So you can either look for buys around this zone, or if market fails to hold, then you can look for more buys buy around this zone. Yes, so that is our anticipation on gold. Yes, so either now market has shifted, which means that market is what looking for what more buys around this zone. So looking even on the 1 hour time frame, you could see that this is a perfect indecision candle before that strong move to the upside. So next week, what I'll be anticipating is what some buys on gold, market to go like this. Just go manage your risk, then just go for what a higher high to break this previous high on gold. So this is the high, just go for market high to break this, just this on gold. So that's my anticipation on gold. So if this fails to hold, then I'll either go for a 4-hour market to hold. Yes, so that is my anticipation on gold for next week. So in order to know whether this demand on the 1 hour, whether this demand will hold, you can either, we have something we call the standard confirmation. So when market comes here, you can just wait. You can either use the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes or even the 1 minute for market to what to change. So let's say market comes here from the low, market reacts, market comes again, the market will shift. So when there is a shift around here, which means that this demand is ready to hold, then you go for your retest, then you look for more buys on gold. So if not, then you cannot trade it. You cannot know whether this demand will hold. You understand? So in case of those lower time frames, you have to be very careful about your zones. Thank you.